It's the moment fans have been waiting for, the debut of All Elite Wrestling's first live event, Double or Nothing. However, what should the fans expect from AEW's debut show? Join us now as WrestleLamia looks at the latest news and rumours surrounding Double or Nothing. Number 1. The number 1 contender for the World Championship will be decided. Although AEW has been secretive about its championships, they have announced that an AEW World Championship is in the works. While a champion hasn't been crowned yet, Double or Nothing will determine who will compete for the promotion's top prize. AEW is holding a special battle royal on its pre-show to determine who will wrestle the winner of the Kenny Omega vs Chris Jericho match somewhere down the road. The Casino Battle Royal will feature 21 competitors, with 5 guys entering based on a card draw every 3 minutes. The wild card holder enters 12 minutes in and is the 21st and final entrant. According to this week's Observer, the known 17 competitors are Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Glacier, Brian Pillman Jr., Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa, Jungle Boy, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Luchasaurus, and Sean Spears, aka Ty Dillinger. With 4 mystery contestants, it's anyone's guess who might show up in the Battle Royal. Don't be surprised to see a big name, since the free show will be a good way to lure fans in to buy the pay-per-view if it delivers, possibly with 1 or more big names entering. Number 2. The real reason on why the Pac vs Page match was cancelled. Fans are wondering what happened to the bout between Hangman Adam Page and Pac, the WWE superstar who worked under the name Neville. The match was seen as one of Double or Nothing's must-see bouts, but it went up in smoke, with fans wondering what happened. While the story going around is that Pac didn't want to lose at Double or Nothing, the Wrestling Observer has a slightly different and more complicated explanation for Pac pulling out of the event. Pac was scheduled to beat Page, which with the win was to lead to bigger matches. His next big match was to be on Fyter Fest show on 27th June in Daytona Beach in the main event, where he would team with Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix against the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. It appeared this would eventually lead to Omega vs Pac on the major show later this year. The plan for that was for Omega to win, but with Pac holding the Open Dreamgate title, he made it known that as long as he has the title, to respect that title, he couldn't lose. While nobody outright said this to me, it seemed like AEW figured out the match was months away, and that nobody in Dragon Gate would fret much over their champion losing to Omega, the biggest foreign star in Japan of the last decade, if Pac was even champion by the time that match was to come around. That wasn't the case. Ultimately, they found out in the last week or so that Dragon Gate had no plans to take the title off Pac, and Pac wouldn't lose it until he was no longer champion. If true, Page would have lost to Pac, with Pac eventually losing to Omega. AEW refused to do a match without a conclusive finish, such as a disqualification or time limit draw, thus the match was scrapped. Not wanting to leave things unresolved, AEW let Page work a match with Pac in England, with Pac delivering a post-match attack leading to an injury angle. According to the Observer, Pac won't be in AEW as long as he's Dragon Gate champion, but there doesn't appear to be any bad blood between the promotion and Pac, the idea being that if they want to book someone to a long winning streak, they may, but he wasn't the guy at this time. It is not a lock he'll be back after he loses the title, but we're told that everyone likes him personally and they don't consider him unprofessional or any of the negative terms he's gotten from this ordeal, but his situation doesn't allow them to use him right now. Number 3. CM Punk at Double or Nothing. It's difficult to say how successful AEW's television series will be, but things could get off to a great start if the beloved and much missed CM Punk were to show up at Double or Nothing. Punk is one of the few free agents out there who could get WWE fans to tune into the new promotion. The WWE has done a good job locking down other free agents such as Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, although it's debatable how much of a long-term impact they may have in AEW, but Punk is unlikely to ever return to the WWE. Punk recently addressed the rumours, jokingly tweeting, "Oh my god, AEW confirmed." According to Dave Meltzer, Punk was actually All Elite Wrestling President Tony Khan's first choice for the organisation, even before Chris Jericho or the Young Bucks. He noted that if Punk wanted to wrestle, he could do so and make really good money. Number 4. Dean Ambrose at Double or Nothing. No, Dean Ambrose won't be at Double or Nothing, but there's a good chance Jon Moxley will. As you know, the artist formerly known as WWE superstar Dean Ambrose now works under the ring name Jon Moxley and released a hype video shortly after his WWE departure. As you'll recall from one of our previous videos, there was an Easter egg in the hype video showing a set of dice with numbers hinting at 25-5, the date of Double or Nothing. While Moxley is currently signed to star in the new film Cage Fighter, he has plenty of time to appear. Dave Meltzer has speculated that Moxley could take a day off to show up at AEW's debut event. Number 5. Double or Nothing is only the beginning. While the future is always uncertain, the people running AEW state they have a clear definition of where they see the promotion going. Compare this to the WWE, where Vince McMahon makes last-minute changes to scripts and on at least one occasion has changed things during the show. Here's what Executive President Cody Rhodes had to say about AEW's storyline vision. I'd say we have a pretty good bearing on 6 months to a year. Exactly that. Long-form storytelling is great in every medium, whether it's film or TV, or whatever it may be, to know and work backwards. We've got a good, what would I call it, like a syllabus. There's a syllabus to what we are going to do, but one thing that Matt Jackson is really good about pointing out is some things just catch fire. And one thing that we want to do differently than any other wrestling that's out there is you can't deny something when it catches. So if something catches, we're going to push that, we're going to promote that. If an individual catches, we're going to push that, we're going to promote that. And that all starts at Double or Nothing. Knowing this, Double or Nothing should tell us not what style of wrestling fans can expect, but get a better idea of who will be in the world title picture. While there haven't been any other titles announced, that could change with an announcement at the show. Number 6. This may be Dustin Rhodes' last match. At 50 years of age, fans have been wondering when the artist formerly known as Goldust would retire from the squared circle. Although Dustin managed to swerve the fans by denying he was leaving the WWE, only to leave the company not long after, there was little surprise when he announced his participation in AEW's first event. The question here seems to be whether Dustin's match against brother Cody will be a start of an AEW career or a special one-night-only occasion. Considering Dustin's history of swerving fans, this could be the start of a big program with Cody, a program both brothers lobbied for in the WWE, with the goal of finishing things off at the Showcase of the Immortals. Sadly, that didn't happen, something Dustin explained to Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso. That match sucked. The world didn't like it, and neither did Cody or I. They gave us Fastlane, and it was a stinker. You always want to have your WrestleMania moment, but we were denied that. We were told it wasn't good enough to be on a WrestleMania. Whether or not this marks Dustin's final match is unknown, but he's hyping this as the biggest match of his career. Cody and I are going to step into the ring and end this for once and all. It's the biggest thing I've done in the business, greater than the Roddy Piper match from WrestleMania 12, greater than Battleground from 2013 with Cody against The Shield. This to me is the pinnacle, and I'm not going to let anyone down. And number 7, this is being seen as a second act for more than one performer. It's inevitable that some stars in one promotion might not succeed in the WWE for a number of reasons that have nothing to do with their inherent talent. That being said, there are several performers who see Double or Nothing as an opportunity to prove themselves, or in Jim Ross's case, show he still has lots to offer to professional wrestling. Ross recently spoke with the New York Post about his rare appearances on WWE television and how it affected him. I started disappearing in my career, and I wasn't ready to despair. I always felt like I had something to offer. I feel like I had plenty of miles on my tyres. You can't do anything about yesterday because that's history. Affect today, and today I'm getting ready for the biggest assignment I've had in years, maybe in forever, on Saturday night. In addition to Ross, fans can look at Dustin Rhodes, who's had a storied career but felt disappointed during the short program he worked against Cody Rhodes during their time in the WWE. These past 2 months have been very inspirational to me, and this Double or Nothing match feels like a WrestleMania moment for me. I'm working my tail off in the gym, I've dropped weight, and I'm going to show Cody some things that Goldust has never done. Add in former WWE superstar Ty Dillinger, and there are a number of performers looking to prove something. Cody Rhodes, who had this to say about his match against brother Dustin, makes it sound like he and other performers at Double or Nothing have something to prove. And this notion of brother versus brother, of natural versus nightmare, it's all very marketable. It's all very romantic, albeit not very accurate. What's accurate is that this match is generation versus generation. I'm not here to kill Dustin Rhodes, I am here to kill the Attitude Era. My entire lot. My whole class of peers has been compared to these jilted late 90s to early 2000s wrestlers for over a decade. Sure, you've paved the road for us, but gosh, you set the speed markers at 35 because you are terrified of any of us putting our effing foot down on the pedal. Whatever happens this Sunday, both wrestling fans and professional wrestlers alike will be thrilled by the start of what promises to be the first competition the WWE has faced in nearly 2 decades. Consider the recent comments from WWE Hall of Famer Booker T and how he thinks wrestlers can react to the new landscape of wrestling. It's not a competition or anything like that. But from a wrestling perspective, I know when I was in WCW and I was watching WWE, I knew when I was watching it, I wanted to be better than those guys. I wanted to know if I could compete with those guys. I wanted to know exactly how good I was. That's where we are right now. We're at that stage where the guys are actually going to have to think totally different as far as how do I get out there and make the fans cheer my name? How do I make the fans think of me as an entity, as someone that they're going to be bringing their signs for? How do I tap into that? The "This is awesome" chant is going to go out the window. Wrestling's back. The war is on, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what happens, man. But there you have it, guys, the latest news and rumours on AEW's Double or Nothing event. Are you looking forward to the show? And if so, will you be ordering it? Who's gonna show up? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.